Welcome back to Novel Idea. My name is Dia, and today I am going to be doing a What's Cheering Me Up right now. So, I didn't have any kind of tag to do today, but I am not a very negative person. I can't stay there. I can't dwell there. I have a hard time even reading about negativity. And so for me, with everything that has been going on just in the US and going on with some personal things as well, I just wanted to come on and do a What's Cheering Me Up. So I'm just gonna jump in. I just want this to be a little bit chatty and not go too long, basically. So one of the things that's cheering me up right now is this little girl. She has been struggling with some health issues, and we've had her at the vet a few times, and the issues are not really clearing up. They're not getting better. And the only thing I like about her not feeling well is that she is extremely clingy. And she's not normally. Normally she's a, hey, aren't you? She's a party animal. And so I am enjoying just the fact that she really wants to cuddle, that she wants to follow me around and be with me and on the floor wherever I am. That's where she wants to be right now, or with Dad if Dad's around. So I am loving having Poppy Seed be right here with me, right here. She brings me so much joy. I adore her, and I'm so thankful that we have a little furry life in our household. So that's the first thing. Next thing that I wanted to talk about is this mug. And she's trying to catch a fly. Did a fly get inside and you don't like it? So this mug is very special to me. So my mom passed away about 11 years ago. Is that right? Yeah, 11 years ago. And she was young, I was young, but for the final few months of her life, I got to do in-home care for her. And that was my job. And so I actually lived with her for 10 days, and then I would go home for 4, and then I would come back for 10. And every morning we would get up and we would do our quiet time together. We would read for a while, and then we would sit with our cup of tea and we would just chat about the day ahead, about how she was feeling, about how I was doing, about my kids. Poppy. And she, probably about a week before she passed away, she handed me just some money and said, I just want you to buy something for yourself. I just want you to do something that you would never do. And I had been following this potter on Etsy for several years, and I didn't really want the money that Mom gave me, but I also didn't want to disappoint her. And so I actually bought 2 of these mugs with the money that she gave me. Anyway, I think it's called Doterra, Doterra is the potter. Doterra is the name of the potter. And I don't think that she's on Etsy any longer. But every time I use this mug now for my tea or for my coffee, I think of my mama, and it brings me sweet memories of those last few months, especially just being able to sit and chat with her. So that is also something that's making me really happy. This was packed away for a long time. So since we just moved and we unpacked all of our boxes out of storage, I have it back and I get to use it again, and it's bringing me joy. Oh my goodness, you. Okay. And then another thing that's bringing me joy is that I love tea. I have certain ones that I've had over the years that I really, really love. And I don't get to have them very often because they tend to be on the more expensive side, or they're not created any longer, those kinds of things. And about 11 years ago, around the time that my mom was passed away, I took a photography course, and one of the girls at the course told me about this tea. It's called Blackberry Sage, and it's from the Republic of Tea. And this is probably, it's 50 bags, but it's probably around $16. And that's if I get it online from Republic of Tea. I don't know how much it is in the grocery store, but it's around anywhere from $14 to $16 usually. And so I get this so seldom, but our weather has been cooling off here just a little bit, and it's felt even more like it's time for tea. And so I went ahead and ordered this, and it's, you guys, I wish you could smell it through the camera because it, oh my gosh, it's so good. I just love it. So yes, Blackberry Sage, Republic of Tea. This is one of my all-time favorites, and I now have it for this next season ahead. Okay, so the next thing that's bringing me joy is that about 2 years ago, right around the time that we went into lockdown, I was following a company, a very small, privately owned, individual, in fact, company that is out of Canada. And I found a wall art piece that I just fell in love with. And I contacted her, and she told me the price, and she said it would be half down now and half when it was ready to be delivered, plus whatever the delivery fee would be. And then lockdown happened, and lockdown not only made it so that Canadians couldn't get across the border, but mail wasn't really coming across the border very easily either. And then prices for postage and handling went up in Canada to a really exorbitant amount. So it was going to cost her a lot to send it to me. But she happens to be the daughter-in-law of a family that we raised our kids with, and who pastored the church that we went to when the kids were growing up. And so she was possibly going to be coming to see them if the border opened up at like Christmas time and she could leave it with them and they could get it to my parents, and we could figure out a way to make it happen. Well, the borders didn't open and things just were still in lockdown at Christmas and nobody went anywhere. And so long story short, we moved up to Idaho. That's where I am currently. And when we moved up here and we started to get settled in, I contacted her again, and her name is Jordan. And I contacted her again and I said, I think I'm ready for that now. And I'd already put half down. And so then I went ahead and sent her the rest of the money, and she just got it done and just sent it to me. And it's actually not the piece that I originally fell in love with, but I love it just as much. Isn't it beautiful, you guys? It's got all of these textures and just little pieces of ribbons and yarn, and she's brilliant. She is just amazing. So it's called Little Valley Weave Co., and they are in Kelowna, BC. So she does have an Etsy shop now, and she restocks it pretty regularly. So go ahead and look her up if you want to on Etsy. But yeah, I love it. I love it, Jordan, if you're watching. And so I am going to be hanging this up. I just got it in the mail today. And I just love it. I love the feel of it. I love all the textures. The green is my favorite color. And so, yeah, I'm just gonna hang that up and think about Jordan and Nathaniel and our friends in Washington every time I think about or I see it. Okay, so the next thing that I wanted to share that's really cheering me up right now is we now live very close to my son and his family, and they're expecting twins, and we just had a baby shower for the twins. I'll insert a picture here, but we're very excited. It's gonna be boys. They're both boys. Anyway, that is bringing me joy, but then they already have one little boy, and getting to be Lala on a regular basis is pretty wonderful. And I just had Jojo is his name, and Jonesy, and I just had him for a few hours this morning, and I'm still kind of riding that high. So he does this thing where he goes, "Start your engines," and then he like zooms around the couch, and then when he goes around, he's like, into high gear, and he goes even faster. It's pretty cute. He'll be 3 in November. So I'm missing having my other grandbabies around. So it's so nice to be able to have Jonesy here once in a while, and or be able to go be with him. My other grandbabies, I have a 6-year-old granddaughter, and she's hilarious. She's so much fun. And I have a 2-year-old grandson, and he also is quite fun. He's very vocal right now, and it's so much fun listening to him make sense of his world and communicate what he thinks about those things. It's really sweet. So being Lala is really the best. So that's bringing me joy too right now. And then lastly is I have started to propagate some of the plants that I have that my husband bought me for Mother's Day back in May. And all of my propagations have roots, and I'll show you some of those too. I'll put some pictures in of those, and it just brings me so much joy. But then on top of that, the plants that I had or that we bought were kind of on their last legs. They're kind of on their way out. All of them are now doing so well, and I love seeing things come back to life, and I love knowing that I helped them to become healthy. So that's really bringing me joy too. So that's it, you guys. That's everything. And I hope that you are finding lots of things that are bringing you joy and that are creating happiness for you. So yeah, thanks everybody for joining me today. And I hope that you are having the best week. And like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, and I will see you Friday.